Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is October 15th, 16th. Today is October 16th. It's Fabulous Friday. We've got a great training in store for us today, but first, just a couple of quick announcements. My name is Keely. I'm grateful to be here as your host today. Our quote of the day today is, push yourself because no one else is going to do it for you. Especially us as entrepreneurs, we don't have that person looking over our shoulders to tell us what to do to keep us on track. We have to do that ourselves, which is something I've really learned over the last couple of years since I left my job. So Bob talked all about nationals. So we're going to talk about regionals and nationals a little bit here. So with what's going on in the world, of course, we're doing our nationals and our regionals online this year and in March next year. So for our regionals, October, oh, we've got someone off mute, just one moment. Okay. October 23rd and 24th, next weekend, coming up real quick. We've got our regionals training, 2 full days of fantastic training. One will be more localized with our region, depending on where you are in the country. And then the other day will be a full nationwide training with the whole nation, with some nationwide leadership training. So I'm really looking forward to it. And several of you have had some questions on if you're on the OES, then you do get the $50 discount off of the regional price, which is $79. So all we'll be paying is $29. So if you're not on the OES, it's definitely worth it. There's so much value provided with being a part of that. And again, you're getting a $50 discount on the regional ticket. With that being said, you should receive an email. As long as you're on the OES, you will be receiving an email in the next day or two with the promo code it should be today. So you'll be receiving an email with the promo code for that $50 discount. And the $29 that we are paying is going to the Locator Foundation with Troy Dunn, which is just incredible. I didn't realize that until just recently, so that's awesome. And invite people to regionals. This is really a powerful event with a lot of business training, some real estate training. And what's really exciting about this year's regionals is that we've had some massive changes in our business this year, have we not? So we have a lot of individuals who have been able to adapt to the changes that we've made and have created great success in a short period of time. So a lot of the training will be based around what's happening this year and how to really take your business to the next level, considering just some of the massive changes we've all had to face. So we'll learn what's working for some other people. And Bob mentioned a few things about nationals. That's obviously an older video from a few years ago when we had our nationals in Layton, Utah. So in March 18th through the 20th, we will be meeting online for our 2021 Renatus National Conference, and our theme will be Shifting Higher into Focused Transformation. Mark your calendar for those dates. Also, mark your calendar for a leaders retreat. We're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, August 13th through the 17th of next year. I mentioned already just a moment ago the OES. If you haven't already, check out this website. It's something that Michael and his team put together for us so that we can get a clear understanding of what the OES is and what comes with it. It's nothing new. It's been around for quite a while. It's the optional event subscription, and it just helps our leaders pay for a lot of the things that they're putting together for us so that we can have the daily and weekly support that we do have. So some of the events that we have just added to help with our, like I mentioned, daily and weekly support. We have a weekly private capital masterclass, and Dane Clark is the one who is facilitating that because he has specifically had a lot of success with private capital. So he is facilitating that. We had that last night. It was really cool. It's kind of informal, just an open format where we get to discuss what we're learning from the private capital classes and how to apply that to our businesses. Also, every day after our morning marketing call, after this call that we're on right now, we have a 30-minute dream call, which stands for Daily Real Estate Action Mastermind. So a daily 30-minute call where we can open it up to discussion, where we bring questions and thoughts about the deals that we're working on. So this is really motivating for us to continue watching our classes, continue taking action, and to bring any questions we have to this call, which has been very, very supportive. And as of a couple of weeks ago, we have added on our Fridays to our morning calls. For the longest time, I'd say over 5 years, we were doing these morning calls just Monday through Thursday. And now we are here on Friday, Fabulous Friday with Lily Puertas. So I just wanted to make sure to add that because I think that some people were unaware that we were here on Fridays. One last thing that we've added is the Get to Know You call. Scott Rowe and Michael Huggins have put together a 15 to 20 minute daily call where they're interviewing and kind of showcasing someone's story, and it's designed to be for your guests. So if your guest needs just an additional touch, get them in front of this webinar. I already mentioned that it's 15 to 20 minutes. It's very brief and very, very powerful. Let's see. This week's house tour, every Wednesday, we're at a house tour in English. And I'd like to just cover the numbers because it was an awesome deal. The purchase price of the property is $95,000, and there was about $50,000 put into it for the rehab. The ARV is $210,000. Projected net profit is $40,000 in just a short 3 months. So congratulations to Juan. Juan, this is his first deal and he's only 19. So congratulations, that's very, very exciting. And these are our weekly events. If you'd like to take a screenshot, feel free to do so. Please register in Helios for each and every event before logging on to the event itself. We have a team of registrars who are making sure we've got people checked in, and it's really important for our businesses and not just for us, but for our guests. There's a whole protection system, and that's why we're on top of getting people checked in. So make sure you always register yourself and your guests. Every Tuesday at 12:30, we're doing a Profits Intro with Michael Huggins, 12:30 Mountain Time. And every Wednesday, we have a house tour in English. Great exposure for your guests. And every Thursday, we have, as you can see on the right, I've got all these images here. This is everything that we have going on Thursday night at 7 p.m. So we've got lots going on, so much support. And it's important to get yourself and your guests in front of the proper event. So we have a house tour in Spanish at 7 p.m. Mountain Time every Thursday. We also have our Pillars of Wealth intro presentation, which talks all about our Renatus education. We have our follow-up and funding webinar, an onboarding session. We have an essentials mastermind that's offered in both English and in Spanish. We have a business development study group, as well as 4 study groups built around real estate investing: fix and flip, wholesaling, multifamily, and short-term rental. We are recording. You can find these recordings on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel. I will save the recordings under the trainer's name and the date, and then if I can pick a couple of keywords about what the training was about, I'll do that and add that to the recording. So that's how you can find our recordings, again, through our Facebook page and through the YouTube channel. So today, as I mentioned, we get to learn from Lily Puertas. I'm so grateful that we are now here every Friday morning with Lily. Getting to know her has been a treat. I don't know her too well. I did meet her last year in Panama when she was awarded her PIT team membership, which was really exciting. And well, I don't know that I want to call it a membership, but you know what I mean. When she was added onto the PIT team that was announced in Panama, and it was very exciting to have seen that. And like all of us here, Lily is a dreamer. And she worked for Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, she was a Spanish coach for Latin countries for many years. She also has been a real estate agent since 2006, helping hundreds of families. Lily is from Peru, and she has been in Salt Lake City, Utah since '96. And her dreams of financial freedom have haunted her for years, but she can safely say that thanks to Renatus and our education and our systems, she has taken action, and she has made it so that she has achieved those dreams of financial freedom. All of her basic needs are now covered by different real estate transactions that she's completed. So different real estate rentals and different projects, they're all covering her monthly expenses, her mortgage, all the bills are covered. And so now what she's working on is making sure that she has enough cash flow to cover her luxuries as well. So I'm very, very excited to hear what Lily has to share with us today. Take some good notes. And good morning, Lily. How are you?
Good morning. How are you today? I'm excited to be here with all of you. And yeah, it's Friday. How was your week? How was it great like was mine? And well, now coming to the weekend, and today I have something. Well, remember last week we talked about a cash flow and passive income, and how the passive income can be really turning the true financial freedom. I'm so glad that Bob Snyder created this wealth cycle where he encourages us to make money, like massive income, to invest in something, invest, especially in real estate. So uh, what happened is the majority of us, let me just share this real quick. Or can you just give me some rice to share? There you go. Oops. Hold on, I go back again.
There you go.
Okay. I want to just share this just to remind you a little bit about this reality that we're going through. It's just a picture. So this is perhaps you have seen this quadrant so many times, so in so many places. So and perhaps you can identify yourself what quadrant you are. And basically the quadrant you are right now is basically because of the way you think, because of your core. Okay. So if your mentality is still on the employee quadrant, that's what you're going to be. What is the employee mindset? They want security. They want everything to go perfect. They want to work and get paid. And I understand everyone wants to get paid. Then, or if you are in the self-employed quadrant, it's like, oh, I don't want any boss. I wanna just guide my own financial life. So you don't want any directions. You want to do it yourself. You may be in the self-employed quadrant, but none of those are going to take us to the financial freedom that we're looking for. So, and why is that? Why a lot of people is still in the employee quadrant and then self-employed quadrant? Because of the mindset. Because of the mindset. So some of us, we joined Renatos because we saw the opportunity. And we say, I'm going to make a lot of money. And yes, I'm so excited. 6 months after, you don't make any money. You're like, this is not working. I mean, it's not that it's not working. It's like you have not transitioned in your mindset yet because you're expecting to make money right away. And you can, but you have to understand when you go into a business owner, well, let me go back. On a business owner, you work like this, you make money like this at the very beginning. But then if you keep doing it, then you work like this and make money like this. So basically, it's a change of mind. That takes time and practice. And also, as we all the time heard, who are you surrounding yourself with? And I'm going to ask you this question, perhaps I already did it in the past. Think of the 5 people you surround yourself with. Okay? Think of 5 people you surround yourself with. I mean, your mom, your husband or spouse, your whoever. Think 5 people. Done? You thought already? Now, next question is, what quadrants are these 5 people in? What of these quadrants? So if the majority of the people are in an employee or self-employed quadrant, maybe that's why you are in there too, right? So maybe it's time to think, okay, how I can really transition to the business owner if I don't have a business. True, but sometimes you have to pretend. Sometimes you have to pretend that you are in that quadrant, even you are not financially yet. I remember when I learned about these quadrants, I went to this meeting, a lot of business owners, the real business owners, not like self-employed. I didn't have neither money, no nothing. I was like there. No one talked to me, actually. That was true. But just the fact that I was there, I was feeling different. Like, oh my goodness, one day I'm going to be a business owner. One day I'm going to have systems. One day I'm going to do something different. Just the fact to just gather with some other people helped me feel different. Excuse me. So let me just go back a bit now. Here, excuse me. So, as I said, it's the mindset that we need to change and also stay motivated. So today we're gonna just talk a little bit about, let me go back to my notes. Let me see if I can, here is Fabuloso Viernes, motivation, the keys to success in real estate investing. We need to be motivated all the time. And it's not a one time, it's something that we have to practice and get a discipline to get motivated, because in this industry, you need to be motivated because sometimes real estate doesn't go the way you want it to. I mean, I had so many experiences where I was about to cry. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose so much money. But then, you know, and I relax. I said to myself, relax, think clearly, talk to other people that will give you better options, better exit strategies. And then, okay, and it went better. Up to this point, I haven't lost money yet, but if I would, wait, let me rephrase this. I haven't lost money in this, while I'm here in Renatus, because I already lost money back in 2006. I lost 2 houses. My credit went through the toilet. Oh my goodness, almost I was about to lose my own house. So I think I already paid my dues. I mean, but the thing is, back then when I lost a lot of money in properties, the majority of the people that was working with me at that time, like playing to be investors, they got away from real estate, saying this is not working. And I remember, you know, I'm gonna stay. I know I lost money, I know I lost properties, but sometimes you win, sometimes you learn. And I think that was a really expensive lesson. So this time when I just, in my searching to something different, and I found Renatus, I said, you know what, this time I want to make, whatever I do, I'm going to do with an exit strategy. So if it doesn't work that way, I'm going to know how I'm going to get out of that transaction. So then, perhaps you already know, let me write it down here. You already know these currencies. Knowledge, credit.
The screen we're seeing is the cash flow quadrant still.
Really?
Not sure if, yeah.
Oh, stop sharing and then sharing again. Oh, that's how it is, maybe. Okay, sorry guys. Okay, okay. So credit, no, I mean, my pen is not working, so I have to type. Okay, knowledge, credit, and relationships. Wow, this is a good one. That's a totally good one, relationships. And of course, time and money, but you guys are already doing that anyway. But the knowledge, credit, and relationships is some currencies that we don't really appreciate much, or we don't understand much. When in the past, in my prior life, I would say, when I was told to go to an event that I have to pay maybe $200 a ticket to surround with other people, so I'm gonna pay $200 to meet who? I know, I don't wanna pay anything. But now I don't care about, I mean, right now that I understand the value of relationships, I go anywhere. I mean, I'm going to Cabo, I'm going to Cancun, I went to Panama, because I know the power of relationships. It's how you meet other people, how you, in a different way. For instance, if you go to a classroom and you see the instructor and you're sitting there. But if you go to another place, let's say Cabo or Panama or anywhere, you just maybe playing with them, you know, just talking to them. Maybe you're going to a restaurant, you're going to a dance or whatever. It's a different relationship that you get there. So, and you get to talk about other projects that they are doing, you are doing, you in exchange ideas, right? I remember I met this, I get to know more, this guy from California, and he told me about how he was doing with private money, give me some ideas. And when I came back to Utah, my following deal, I got it only with private money. I gathered with 5 people, 180K, and we bought a property. So there's ways, you know, so that you get ideas. Well, anyway, I don't want to just get, I'm talking here and there, but because I'm excited about this topic. So stay motivated is key. But again, sustained motivation, keeping yourself motivated can be difficult. Can be difficult because outside people is not going to tell you, hey, Kelly, you need to be motivated, do your affirmation. No one is telling you anything. You have to be on your own, right? And that's why sometimes it's hard. And outside, you hear the news, people complaining, people losing jobs. And yeah, I know that's reality. People losing jobs. What do they do to change that? Just wait. Oh my goodness. Hopefully I mean, what I sometimes when I see on Facebook people complaining, I have to unfollow. Sorry, I can't because my subconscious doesn't understand good or bad. So I have to just only absorb good vibe, good vibe. Okay, anyway, so then how I can do to keep motivated. I'm gonna talk about 5 ways. Okay, hopefully I don't talk that fast because my okay 5 ways. The first one is a good one too. How many of you, when it starts January, you're so excited? I'm gonna do my goals. I'm gonna conquer the world, and then January 15th, you're like, nah, it's not happening. How many of you feel that way? You know, all of energy at the beginning of the year, and then maybe February, March, it's not happening. Why? The question is, why happened to many people this fact? Okay, I asked the question, and maybe I'll answer that too. If you were face to face, have a bit more interaction. I get that. Because we need to visualize our goals. Visualize your goals. Oh my goodness. I learned to do this. I went to Tony Robbins, to too many trainings where I learned how to visualize my goals. And basically, I have to see it. I have to see it in my mind before it happens. Sometimes sounds like crazy, right? I mean, and actually, I also do affirmations aloud. Some people say, hey, you're crazy. In fact, my son, when he was still living here, said, Mom, are you okay? Why are you just yelling? Honey, you don't understand right now, but this is how I energize myself. I have to put the words in my mind. I have to believe it. I have to believe that I am capable of doing something. So, well, visualize your goals is one of the things that you may improve in accomplishing your goals. Let's say people say, oh, I want money. The majority of the people, part of their goals is I want money. But I don't want to disappoint you, but if you don't have a purpose for your money, you will never get it. You're always looking for that money. But what is the reason you want the money? I want 200K for what? Or because I want to live well. Well, that's a good reason, but you have to keep creating all the time. Can you just, the next one is, so then hold on, because some of them are like combined, is set intermediary goals. And maybe this intermediary goal. Dane Clark also talk about this, but objectives. Because if I want to have 200K a year, I need to understand why. First of all, why? Why I want this year? Oh, because I want to pay some debts. I want to, it has to have a purpose, okay? And then out of the 200K that I want a year, how I'm going to make it every 3 months or every month my goal to achieve that, right? I remember in one company in real estate, I wanted to make money. But of course, I was kind of new in real estate. I didn't know I didn't have any clients, anything. And this mentor said, well, you have to do something different. You have to commit yourself every day for 2 hours, you want to call people. And guess what? I did that. I called people every day. They say, no, don't bug me, whatever. Everything was negative. But I was doing my part. I went to the call center, make my 2 hours, and then leave. And everyone was like, oh, wow, I mean, why don't you get discouraged? Because it's already a month and you haven't got any sales. I know, but I'm doing something different. I'm sharpening my skills of selling. So every day for 2 months, no sales. But I was doing it every day for 2 hours, coming to the call center, doing my phone calls, calling everyone. And my goal was not exactly to get a sale. My goal was to practice my skills. Guess what? 3rd month, leads and leads up to now 16 years later, this is where I am right now. What if I wouldn't have started to say, like, you know what, this is not working. No one listens to me. I mean, people don't want to buy houses. Do something so that you have to do your goals. And in this company, they told me like this, and maybe will apply to you as well. So if you want to make, let's say at a time, you want to make 100K. So how much a month was like 8,000 something, right? 8K a month. Okay, if you want 8K, how many closings? That means like maybe 2 closings. Okay, if you want 2 closings a month, how many people you have to be working with? Maybe 10, so you can close 2. If you want to work with 10, how many calls you have to make? Maybe 10 or 15 a day? Exactly. So when you just figure it out, what is your end goal, you can know what you need to do every day, right? So then that's why I say I want 100K, so I'm gonna make 15 calls a day, 15 new calls a day. The ones that you call and don't answer don't count. Okay, 15 calls. So I have my paper, and that's what you can do as well if you are looking for more revenue and renadas. To call other people and asking about real estate investing, right? Or if you want to say, hey, I want to do this, but I also want to acquire a property. Okay, what am I doing to acquire a property? What am I doing right now? Am I looking for it? You know, how many hours a day I'm spending to look for properties? Entonces, so visualize your goals, see it, put in your vision board. How many, the way I did it on my vision board, I put the amount of money I wanted to have in passive income. And I overpassed that. And I'm so excited about it because it's working. And I put in my vision board and I see it like, oh my goodness, the money is coming. I see it in my checking account. I just see it in my hands. And the way I relate it in my vision is, okay, I have the money, I'm in the beach, I'm traveling, and the money is coming. I see myself less stressed. I see myself, the way I want to be. And then, so I can reinforce that thought. I say it also aloud. I say it aloud, I visualize it, and also see my vision board. So there's a lot of things that I can add so that to make that happen. There's something that also I wanted to have, but I've been putting it aside, but it's still in my mind. I want a porch, a white porch. And I wanted it since like 2 years ago. And I said, you know what? Right now I'm not gonna buy a porch because I need to buy my properties and I want that to be be bagging in my credit. And then, so now that I got what I wanted, that I got the properties that I wanted, the idea of the porch is coming again. It's coming again. It's like, oh, gosh. So now I'm gonna talk to my accountant and see how a luxury car will help me with my taxes. You know, so everything that you want to accomplish in life, you can do it, but the thing is you have to dream it first, want it, visualize it, and you will get it. Like I said, thought plus feeling plus a feeling equal action. When you think about it, but then you visualize it, you just start feeling it, oh my goodness, then it's gonna happen. Sorry, guys, I talk too fast and I'm really excited about this, but I hope you get some notes or something. If you have any comments, any questions?
I have a quick question. I've seen a lot of different ways of doing vision boards, and I'm just curious, what's your format?
Okay, well, actually, my vision board was simple. I was doing it only in my iPad on my my iPad, but it didn't seem not enough. So, I can take it everywhere. But when I was talking to other people, now I put it in the old-fashioned way in my room where I can see it, eye level. Since I'm short, eye level. Then I put it like pictures, of the money, my family, my trips, where I want to go, what I want to acquire. And I put a lot of properties with the money, say short cash flow rental, and I put the amount I want to get. That's what I do my vision board. But also, to be realistic, I usually wake up, do my affirmations, and then go outside just to look for properties or look for clients. So then I have to have something more close to me besides my vision board, I have it in my phone as well as a screenshot, as a screensaver. I have a screensaver in my office, and I can see it again, you know, up to the point that my mind is so sick of it that's gonna get it anyway.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now another point that we would like to mention is strategize with flexibility. What does it mean, strategize with flexibility in real estate?
Be open to having to change your plan if you need to.
Exactly. Real estate doesn't happen almost never happen the way you plan. You say, oh, I'm gonna make this amount of money, and you make sometimes less, or you make more, or you wanted to go one way and something happened, you have to go different ways. But you have to be open to that. And you, as an investor, and when you talk to other people to bring to the community, you have to let them know, as an investor, we are open to be flexible and be creative. Again, a lot of people are coming to this community because they want the money. Of course, everyone wants the money, but also they want the money fast. And not gonna happen. Like they said, it's not gonna happen. You're not gonna get the money fast. You have to understand how it goes. I've seen people coming to this community and they think they know everything, and they crashed. They lost money, and now they're no longer in the community. And they blame us. Actually, no. I mean, then we have to take responsibility. If this is a new field for us, and something we've never done before, don't do it alone. Even you think it's easy, don't do it alone. You know, for instance, I don't know anything about commercial real estate. And this deal came to me, and I check, oh my goodness, in my mind, oh, I can just develop some stores or make these offices. And that thought lead me to try to place an offer. Was too inexpensive, I can get it. And they said, wait a minute, Lily, I know you're excited. It looks a great deal, but you don't know that. You think it's a great deal, but you never done commercial real estate. Then I talked to other people and said, hey, if I want to do commercial real estate, yeah, well, those are different rules. What if I lend money to buy it, or some from a hard money, private money, and then to pay it back, you need to get a loan. It's not the same like a residential loan. Now is what they call non-recourse loan. It won't be on your credit. It will be only on your assets. I was like, oh my goodness. Do you have a good balance sheet and asset? Remember when we were talking about the other day about the assets? That's what they see, your assets, or what is your liabilities. And oh gosh, maybe I'm not ready for that. I mean, and then I thought, you know what, Lily? Another good opportunities will come. Don't get excited about it. Learn first. Talk to other people first. Or maybe talk to other person that already knows about commercial, and you can partner up, right? And that's how I really suggest when you invite people to this community. And that's why I always say that, because I've seen people crash in real estate because they want to do it on their own and never done real estate before. So it's just my humble advice. So then, as I said, we will have all the time roadblocks, and as I said, remain flexible and look for the advice of others. In this community, one of the things that really I'm so thankful for is that when I had a problem, I always called on the guys, on the gurus, and they never say, no, I'm busy. No. When I tell my problem, hey, I'm going through this. Oh, Lily, I understand your frustration. I went through that. I feel you. I feel what you're feeling. Do this. Call this person. I was like, okay, I'm not alone. I don't know if you know this, but my first flip that I did, I think the way I see it, I think I was kind of arrogant when I got it. I got my education. So you know what? I know this. I mean, I've been taking so many trainings. I know how it's done. And next day after I got my education, I bought a property, cash. Well, of course, cash. I didn't negotiate the terms with the hard money. Was a hard money outside of the community. I bought it wrong. I didn't do my due diligence. And worst of all, I didn't have a team. Who's gonna do the repairs? At that point, I was like, I cried. I remember that day. And my husband said, we already have it. We have to do something. I know, but who's gonna? And I start calling all of the contractors. No one was available. And the only person that came was a person that didn't have any references as a contractor. And I gave her the job. You can imagine how it went. No reference. The job went bad. She put everything that she put in the repair was used. I didn't know how to handle a contractor or handle contracts with contractors. But and at the end, the house was so ready, so pretty to sell. And guess what? The buyer did a test for meth and came positive. I was like, how in the world I never did a test prior to repair? I was like, I can't believe this. Not only that, the city came and covered all of the property. No one can access the property. I was about that, honestly, that night I couldn't sleep at all. I was thinking, I'm gonna lose money. Oh, I have to deal with the city. Oh my goodness, what is gonna happen now? I couldn't sleep. And of course, those thoughts, I told you, that's what I know of getting real estate. People telling you stuff, so I cannot talk to these people. They're not gonna help me. And then I called several people from Renatos and other people from outside that are also investor mindset. And they told me, don't worry, Lily, that's the worst nightmare for an investor. Don't stress, call this person. And I called this lady and she said, I know, do you know what I'm gonna do, Lily? I won't let you in. It's gonna cost you $5,000. I'm gonna tear up all of the carpet, all of the paint, everything that I can see. But that will be additional, but you have to replace it, of course, but you have to pay me $5,000 so I can clear and give you free to sell the property. Again, Renato's friends that are doing mixed strategies advised me to do seller finance. I was under contract at the time. I said, wait a minute. I told the guy, you know what? I'm not gonna sell it. They go, okay, that's fine. No, I don't wanna buy it either. And this other person came and they bought it under seller finance. So at the end, I didn't lose any money. On top of that, I'm making money every month from the seller finance difference, from there. I put it under, what's it called? Permanent financing with someone else that is not my credit and then sold it to another person. So did I know that before? No. But I talked to others and they say, hey, I done this, it went this, you can check this class, this other class. And okay, so community, talk to other people that done this before helps a lot. And Renatos has that. Okay. Any questions, guys? It's 8:45. Okay.
I have a question, Lily.
Hola. Hi.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias por compartir. I had to switch to Spanish because sometimes it just slips out of my mind.
That's okay. That's the language I love.
Yeah, but thank you. And I know in the process, because some of us are obviously in the employee, sub-employee, and quadrant, right? Trying to transition to the next one that is an investor. And how did you manage your time before? Like how did you do that? Because I'm starting to put all the things out of my scheduling the stuff and all that, but it's just required obviously time. And how did you manage it?
Good question. Thanks, Sandra. Remember that I mentioned you guys that the more you get involved in real estate and marketing and other activities that you may have to do to provide income, then it seems like you don't have any time, right? You're like, oh my goodness, and you end the day exhausted. This principle, I knew it, but maybe I couldn't digest it in my mind, which is delegate, hire an assistant. And yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's a good up, but never done it. until now that I are already a month or something like that, or a month and a half. And I don't think I can live without it anymore. So I will do whatever to get the money and to pay my assistant. And you have to, actually I'm thinking to hire a second assistant right now. So because now I can experience the beauty of not stressing a lot. And so the thing is this, how much is, well, I don't want to think about hourly, but just to understand how much, if I have to charge hourly, how much would I charge? Okay, this amount. So then by doing this task, it will take maybe what, 15? My time is more. So then I rather pay and use the time to be more creative. It's hard, Sandra, sometimes to hire someone to do your stuff because we're not used to it. But for me, it gave me two things. Of course, free a lot of my time to be more creative and give me the posture as a business owner. I'm not exactly like a big business owner, but I'm taking steps like they do. I'm taking steps and I have a meetings with other people that are in my team. So I start doing stuff. Well, let me say this again. If you want to be a business owner or you want to be investor, you have to act like such. Even little things. So then you start, by the action that you're taking, you start believing that you are, you know, of course, with your vision board and everything. Yeah, and the time is hard. I've been there, done that, but you have to, I think it's delegation. You have to delegate the responsibilities to other people. Stuff that you don't like to do, that is hard, that takes a lot of your time. Okay. I remember how my husband and I used to take care of our lawn in the past. And the guy, now for the last 5 years, we hired someone to do our lawn. We hired someone to do, there's a lot of things we hire in the house. And even if it costs money, that's okay. My time is more expensive. Okay, hopefully I answer your question. Go back here. Okay.
Yes, thank you. That gave me a perspective. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. One other thing also consumes your time is social media. Especially, I mean, I don't know you, but for me, I don't want to say this because I don't want to be part of my mind. But right now, at this time of my life, I'm not that fast to learn social media platforms, little tricks. And I'm very aware of that. But I'm not saying like, oh, I'm saying like it's hard for me right now, but I'm going to hire someone. Actually, I hired someone in overseas, or actually in Peru. He does my marketing, all of my platforms, and we meet with them through Zoom so we can improve it, because I wouldn't have the time. So of course, as an investor, if I want to get houses, if I want to people call me for when they have deals, I want people to know that I'm an investor. So I'm branding myself as such. Okay. Good. So now number 4 is plan to fail. What? Yes. Because sometimes you don't know what's going to happen if you are, it's the same with, no matter what you do, you just don't give up. But the thing is, if you know part of your planning, you may fail, that's okay. You don't want to fail, but that may be an option. And you have to be like shocked when that happens, right? Of course, with education, the risks are minimum. With the community, the risks are minimum. But I'm not afraid to lose. I don't want to, but I'm not afraid to lose. In the past, I was. I don't know if I mentioned this to you, that I had this, just barely last month, the bank or the lender sent me a note, called due. I have to pay the balance in 23 days. It was like 230K. So it came to me, I received a letter. Oh my goodness. Another time, I was like screaming and crazy, what I'm gonna do now? Yeah, it's okay, we'll pay it. We'll take care of that. We will write a check for 230. Do I have the money? I have it in my HELOC, but I'm not gonna use my own money. I thought I'm gonna just get it from private money. Yeah, I'll do that. Private money, her money, I write a check, and that's it. And then with that peace of mind, since I didn't freak out, give me the option to be more creative, right? If I were panic, well, that was it. But then I said, well, wait a minute. I know I can write a check in 23 days. That's it, no problem. Let me just check other options. I talked to the previous, to the note holder, and we say, hey, can we negotiate? If you hold the note for 6 months, we can negotiate about the cash flow we receive every month. Oh yeah, okay, another solution. He was able to hold it for 6 months. The current owner didn't want to sell the house. That would be the solution as well. And the other solution, which is what I got, I refinanced, and my cash flow went to almost $500 a month on that property. So see, look, what I'm saying is, when you are relaxed, when you know that you can, part of the plan is that you're going to fail, you don't get stressed. You don't get stressed and get more options to get new and better solutions. Okay, so going to fail. And number 5, like the song, find your, and this should be the first one. Find your reasons. Find your why. Why you want to do this? Why? Having money is not good enough. Let me tell you, having money is not good enough. What you want to do with the money? Okay, well, I want to pay my debts. Okay, when your debts are paid, what you want to do then? Because sometimes your thoughts don't pass beyond that. Just pay my debts. Well, no, think about it. What do you want to do with the money? What do you like? I mean, I want to help people. I want to help community. Okay, think that's a good thing. Okay, yeah. So then you will help it when you have money, right? When you help yourself, and then you can help others as well. Oh, I want to have money because I want to have a lifestyle that I always dream. Okay, that's a good thing. Okay, dream about it. Put in your vision board. I want to have money because I want to travel. Okay, put in the vision board. But also understand that it's not going to happen overnight. Understand that it's a process, and little by little you're gonna get there, right? And remember, if you're looking for money to solve money problems, that's the wrong approach. Money problems are solved with good habits. If you say, hey, I wanna have 100K, and the next year you don't have anything, or you haven't saved anything, or you haven't invested in anything, then you have to start all over again. Right? So remember, money problems are solved with good habits. What I want to do with my money? I'm going to just pay my debts, and now I don't have any debts. I'm going to start investing in something that's going to give me back a good return of investment. And sometimes, I'm not saying like live a miserable life, because I don't live that way. Shouldn't say this anyway, but I usually, what I do, out of every transaction, or any money that I get to my pocket, I get a percentage amount, and I expend it the way I want it. It's a small amount though, and the remaining goes to my investments or whatever, or to pay something. But whatever the amount I already set aside, I do whatever I want. Whatever. I don't want anyone to tell me what to do with this little money that I get out of every transaction, because I want to congratulate myself about the achievement. My husband and I, we go here or there, or vacation, whatever, so we can congratulate ourselves. The education that we have is so fantastic that we also, of course, we do the travels, which is business travels instead of family travels. But that's because we already found our reason, our why we want to do this. Because personally, if you want to ask my why, I like freedom. My freedom doesn't have any price. And well, I'm not getting any younger, and I could have died in this COVID too, like a lot of people did. And I realized, my life is precious. I'm going to spend the time the way I want it right now, not tomorrow, of course, I'm not going to get in debt, but I want to start enjoying every day. And I'm going towards that goal, looking for more passive income to live the life that I want, and to have the time that I want, to do whatever I want with my time. So, well, yeah, I'm glad I took this time to share this with you. Hopefully you took a good notes. If you have any questions, I'm here.
Thank you so much, Lily. Does anyone have any questions? We've got just a couple minutes before we're going to hop over to our real estate dream call.
Roxy said...
Hey, Lily, can you put that real quick? I just want to take a picture of that, please.
Yeah, I got that.
Thank you.
That was an amazing training, Lily. That really inspired me so much. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm sharing this. And sorry, sometimes I get so excited and miss up on the words, but it's just like, I'm excited about what's going on. And you can do it too.
Hey, Lily, can I
Okay.
ask you a question?
Sure.
You didn't
So
show.
I know you've mentioned before that you're using a virtual assistant for your marketing side. Could
Yes.
you, like, either today or on some other training, explain to us more, like, how did you find this assistant and what their responsibilities and what do they do? And what kind of question, like when you interviewed them, how did you pick which one?
Good question. I don't have 1 minute, Keely, to answer that still. Okay. So, there's and I have to admit that I haven't done it the right way because I already have a set of questions that I need to ask. And actually, maybe by next time I'll bring you the questions that that I had. But this time, the reason that I got this one is based on trust, because since I'm not that good at social media platforms, I gave this person all of my passwords, all of my things that she needs to access, my emails. So right now was based on trust. However, I know my assistant should have more qualities, and that's what I'm looking for, another assistant as well. I'm gonna have 2 assistants. One is it's gonna be like my trust one, which has access to everything, and the other one is gonna be more like a practical task. But next time I'll bring you the questions that I done. That should be done to an assistant, basically.
Okay, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Lily, we don't see your screen.
My screen?
Yes,
Yeah.
please share the screen of your last,
I'm
what you
gonna get a screenshot of
up.
what you trained on.
Oh, let me go back. You mean this one? Is you talking about?
Yeah, that one.
You're
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, thanks, guys. It was like a fantastic. I
Yeah.
felt good. Hopefully, you too. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Lily. Take care.
Have a
everybody.
great weekend, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you, Keely. Thank you, everyone.
Very welcome.
Thank you, Keely. We see you on the other side.